Good afternoon, everybody. So today I wanted to talk to you about how the narcissist will bait you and test you. So why does the narcissist do this? The narcissist will bait you into lots of different things, including triangulation between other people that they are flirting with, other people that they're seeing on the side that were exes of theirs, or they may be co-workers or something that they are cheating on the side, and they will bait you into triangulation with these individuals. You may never even meet them, but just the way the conversation goes, they will do this to get you to see if you're going to be, they want to get a reaction out of you. You know, narcissists are always reactionary individuals. They always look for reaction. That's why, you know, what people say is to avoid having the narcissist have any effect over you is when you unplug emotionally, which is the mainstay of how they get you hijacked. Meaning your love and your empathy and all of that stuff starts with, first, you know, you believe you can trust them, and then next you give them your love, and your love is full of emotion, okay? And then it forms behaviors, and that's where the construct leads next for them to give you, you know, the ghosting and the breadcrumbing and the indifference, which leads to you becoming a codependent, or brings out that type of codependency in you. And then you need their validation all of a sudden, because they make you doubt yourself every single day, and they condition you over time on a level that is, it's just slowly moving, man. It's insidious, right? It's insidious, but they move quickly, but it's insidious, meaning within like a 6-month period, if you were to look at yourself before you met the narcissist, and then 6 months later in the first cycle, you're going to be a tremendous downgrade from where you were when you met them, because they will utterly devalue you on a daily basis at some point after you get out of love bomb phase, which only lasts 8 to 12 weeks at max, pretty much. If it lasts any longer, it's usually because the narcissist is seeing you from a distance, meaning it's an out-of-town relationship, and where they're too busy to see you on a regular basis, so they only see you, you know, once or twice a week. And in that case, a love bomb phase can last longer, because it's fun for them when they have plenty of room to cheat at that point. And so they will bait you into triangulation with different individuals, and through telling you conversations of how these people may have brought them a meal, a hot meal, or cooked it for them and brought it to work, people of the opposite sex, and they make it like they're just friends, or that they don't know any better when it comes to like boundaries in relationships. They'll act as if they are almost have a mental delay because they have lack of understanding here, but that's not the case. The case is they're playing you into a reactionary motives to get you to react, and of course that gives them validation and gives them supply, and it gives them fuel, because they switch that energy with you that way, and it brings your vibration down. And as they continue to bring your vibration down, it causes anxiety, depression, it causes doubt in your beliefs, and doubt in your self-confidence. And then what goes is, you know, your security. And then as those things start to get it becomes a slippery slope, and it degrades to a point to where then you start worrying about different things, just life in general, and just the daily activities of daily living are going to be difficult for you to do without the narcissist validation. And then that's when they get you to that low point, and then they will disengage from you. I say disengage because they're always going to come back. The discard or the breakup is always never a breakup. Typically, I mean, 95% of the time when a narcissist breaks up with you, it's because they are jumping to a new supply, and they're going to wear them down, and they need to have fun, and fun is over there now, and they've already taken you down to a point to where they know they can control you from afar. And so they've sucked all your energy, and now they're going to get that negative energy from you as they discard you, breadcrumb you a little at a time. They'll call you and check up on you, check out your well-being, so to speak. But they will continue. What they do in the relationship is they continue to bait you into tests, usually on a daily basis. These will be, or if you live with them and if you see them for hours at a time every day, and you're in supposedly in the primary source supply spot, they will test you through ways to make you jealous and to have you get you into thoughts that the relationship is, nearing an end or something, which it probably is. But they will do a lot of tests like that, and if you continue to react, then they know that you're not leaving them. It's all a ploy. Also, it's to get supply and validation that they're important to you, because they have to be the center of your world. That's what they want you, always the center of they want to be the center of your world, whether they're with you or whether they're gone and with another source of supply and you've been discarded. They're just shelving you. They're coming back, but they are working you into a slot, so to speak, in their harem garage, so that you can have a cycle slot with them. Every so many months they may come back to you, and they'll breadcrumb you and maybe have sex with you if you let them meet with you on the low. And before you know it, you might be meeting them up on the low a lot if you don't watch it. And they do this to see if you're going to leave them, because they have the abandonment issues and they always want to be in control of every situation in the relationship. So they will continue to bait you into these types of reactionary forms of abuse, both to get validation, supply, to fill their ego. And that's what usually gradually makes them more and more pompous, but also as you're needy for them and that you're fighting for them. The thing is when you quit reacting and you quit arguing about saving the relationship and being passionate about things with them, then at some point in time, when they start to try to bait you into triangulation and different types of baiting into abuse, to question your stance on the relationship, or if you care about them, or if you love them, you don't love them anymore, you don't do enough for them, and that sort of thing, and you don't react anymore because you've kind of just gotten to a point to where, look, I can't give anymore. Or this will be the time where you'll start to engage back with them, sometimes into mirroring back who they truly are, because you're tired of it. You're tired of being used and abused, and they broke you down to such a point to where you start reacting back in a negative way, or nothing at all. Then they know that this is a telltale sign that it's not going to be long before you're going to leave them. So that's when they know to start to monkey branch to monkey branches, to go from one tree to another, one relationship to another, just swing right over to where they may leave you today, and they want to be able to jump into the new relationship with the next form of primary supply that they're gonna mold them into. They got to get that one prepped in the background, and that's why they'll disappear and ghost you sometimes. That's why they'll breadcrumb you. Toward the end of the devaluation stage, that's what they will do. They will do a lot of ghosting and breadcrumbing. They will get you into reactionary states to where you'll get pissed off and you'll get in an argument, and reactive abuse. They'll switch that energy and then they'll leave. And they may leave for a day, they may leave for a few hours, they may leave for a weekend. But typically when they cause these type of reactive abuses, where they leave and they ghost and breadcrumb you, that's when, and then they come back all happy. It's because they're out cheating with the other form of supply, and when they come back to see you, they're happy and smiling. And typically, if you're unawoke, you'll just be happy that they're in a good mood now. But what you don't know, or you're unsure of, is that they're cheating on you. That time that they were away, they concocted the whole thing and devised it before they even came over your house. They devised a plan to argue with you so that they can get you to react, and then they would have an excuse to leave. And it also, in their construct, tells them that it's your fault, that you're not treating them right. And that's why if you ever catch them, they're going to say that they cheated on you because you were mistreating them, and bring up the situations of the reactionary moments and somehow try to rationalize and explain to you that it's somehow your fault because of the way that you had reacted in the conversation or the argument that they had started all along. And when you're broke down to that point and you really want to find the truth in things, and you're trying to look at them still as a good individual because you're unawoke, you will accept the fault a lot of times, and you will try to mend things with them, but you don't know a lot of times, or you're unaware, or you don't have the evidence yet that they are out cheating on you during these times. Now, if you'd follow your intuition's been telling you that all along, but you've been, putting your intuition down until you awake. When you awake, your intuition gets on point, and you never ever will, stomp it out. You'll always give it you will always hone your intuition and use your intuition as your number one guide in any situation, because your intuition will never lie to you. It comes from your gut, and your gut is where your soul and your spirit is, and that is where your intuition can read so many different spiritual fields and emotional fields that your intuition knows more than you do, and it's there as an instinct, as a discerning of spirits, to help you to understand that you need to listen to it and trust it. See, when you grow up in these families where you were groomed to maybe people please, or to get reactionary for your narcissistic mother, father, or caregiver when you were a child, you were groomed because you didn't become a narcissist. You were groomed to be a supply for them, and so they train you as a child to take on these types of responsibilities, and so you feel all along that it's your responsibility to fix individuals, or try to please them. And that's why the narcissist comes to you after you leave the family unit. And if people be like, well, maybe it's you, if they keep toxic people keep coming to you, well, it is you to some degree. It's your beautiful light, because when you don't become a narcissist in a narcissistic family surrounded by narcissists and enablers, then you usually start out as an enabler. But when you're the chosen one, you're called the chosen one because you're chosen to break the generational curse, because you walk away from it all and you quit enabling. You only enabled because you were just trying to understand. You never liked that position, and you were never ever going to be destined to stay in that position. But as you wake up to this, you will build firm boundaries and walls for these toxic individuals. You'll learn to gray rock, and you will understand what it's like to have your independence and not to allow people to control you, and for people to persuade you, and people to neglect you. The first sign of neglect, or lack of information, or lying by omission, or words and actions do not meet, do not make sense, you follow the actions and you let it go. You walk. You have to respect yourself, and you have to love yourself, and you will never end up in these positions again where you're hollowed out as a shell of a human. God put you here to shine that light, y'all. And to shine that light is to have respect and love yourself. And if somebody doesn't love you and respect you, when you walk, everybody is treated all the same. Nobody is a respecter of persons. God isn't, and you shouldn't be either. Doesn't matter how much you think you like the idea of someone. If they abuse you today, they will abuse you worse later, and it will never get better. So you have to accept the fact that it's over. And when you go no contact is for life. And at the end, this construct always ends with the narcissist wanting you, and you'll have the ability to go back to them, but you will have to refuse them for the rest of your life, and you'll have to accept that. And once you come to the agreement of that, now you're getting on the side of the Almighty, and you're getting on the side of goodness, back on the fruitful side for real, for real. That's when the narcissist will reap the havoc for all the things they've done for you, because that's when you will start to completely disengage from them, and they will really get it good. But you won't even be concerned. That's the point with that, because you'll be so over the narcissist, and you understand and see with clear eyes, with the scales off of your eyes and the plank out of your eyes, what is really going on, and you will see them as nonsense and nothing that matters in your life anymore. So if you can give me a like, a subscription, and a thumbs up, I love y'all. Till next time, peace. We out.